All right, here we are. What's up, everybody? I'm starting this film off asking for you to like and subscribe my page, just in case you get bored during this video. It's shot with my DJI drone, so there's no sound. So the best I could do is talk it through. But here we are. We're in my backyard, half-acre lot. We put in a 16 feet by 40 foot fiberglass drop-in pool. Here's some cool footage of them digging the hole. Those are massive well points. We are about 2 feet above sea level. There's me hanging out on the porch. But we're right there on the Santa Rosa Sound in Florida. So we hit water quickly. There's the pool. It just got delivered on the long truck. Pretty sweet to see. It's kind of hideous sitting on the truck though, but it looks much better in the ground with water. Anyways, the guys are getting it ready, getting the straps on it so we can lift it off this truck. Let's see, we used Emerald Coast fiberglass pools. They were once Barrier Reef pools, but they had to rebrand due to something with the business. But they were great. We worked with a guy named John. He was the sales rep. Great dude. Just about everyone who worked for them seemed like someone who had gotten a pool from them, and then 3 months later they all worked for him. So everyone was semi-new. Only a handful had been around for a little bit. So I made sure I was home that day to film and document, and in case something stupid happened. Here they are hooking it up. Again, I speeded up a little bit, but I remember when I was looking for pools, especially fiberglass, it's really hard to find any videos on any of these fiberglass pool installs that aren't from the pool companies. So I wanted kind of just a raw, honest footage, unedited. This is just straight up drone footage of the pool. The digging, the install, and we only go as far as dropping the pool in. I don't have the concrete pour. That's another video that's going to be made after this, because it was one of the most incompetent concrete pours I've ever seen. Here they are. They're getting ready to pull it up. The pool we got was the largest model they had. We have a lot of kids, and this pool gets full pretty quick when friends start coming over, so we wanted the beach walk-in. It's not the zero line like some of these, but it's the beach entry. That the part he's standing on right there is, what was it? It's 11 feet by 16 feet, so it's ginormous, but it's really cool. With little kids, it was perfect for us. It's a giant excavator. I'm sure we paid a pretty penny to have that at the house for the day or two. You can see how big this pool is. The deepest portion of it is about 6.5 feet deep, but a lot of it's about chest deep all the way down till you get to the very end. We got quotes for gunite. We can't do vinyl where we are because of the water table, but we did gunite and fiberglass. And this one was just bigger than what we were offered for gunite. Kind of how we ended up with fiberglass. I like the feeling of fiberglass a little bit more than the concrete. It doesn't wear your feet out as much, your knees. You don't have to replaster it years later. It's kind of a one step and you're done. It's been great. They're setting it down, I think, just to kind of move it, make sure everything's adjusted properly. Thank goodness we have this giant empty lot next to us, or else we'd have been in trouble. It would have cost a lot more to get a crane to lift that over the house or around the house. I don't think our driveway could handle the weight of a crane or even this excavator. excavator. It's hard to say. But you'll see they're gonna swing this thing all the way around and carry it out front of that machine through the trees. And it fits perfectly through the trees and around all of our stuff in the yard. Bear with me. If you didn't like yet, and if you're not subscribing yet, then go ahead and turn the video off, because I took some time to put this together. And it would be greatly appreciated. I can never get to my monetization if I'm not getting help from you guys. Here it is swinging around. They're thinking, what are we gonna do? I don't know. What are we gonna do? Let's do this. Perfect. Will it reach? Maybe. The kids were mad. Once we put this pool in, it cut our yard in half, and they were playing kickball and baseball and all kinds of fun stuff back there. I was like, what? Spend 6 figures on a pool. You don't expect the first thing to be complaints. Not cool. Just reaches. They were building this house next door, so they were tearing up everything as well. Definitely tell this guy on the John Deere knows what he's doing. I think. And if you drive one of those things, let me know. Is he doing a good job? Got that arm fully extended out. Spinning her around the trees. See there, like I said, just enough room to fit this thing in there. Which was kind of wild. It was exciting. It took 24 hours for them to show up, dig the hole. The pool arrived like midday, and then this is going on right now. They dragged that thing back there and put it in the ground. That was another cool thing about fiberglass, is since everything's built off site, you know, if we weren't in such a low-lying area, it took, I think it was almost a week running those pumps, getting everything kind of prepped before they showed up to get the groundwater out. About to lift up, get over those little bushes. But from start to finish, this whole pool project took 3 weeks, and we were in the pool, I think. So it's much faster than Gunite. Gunite was like, most people were 3 to 6 months. I'm sure they're faster now. This was when everyone was buying pools. We paid top dollar. Timing was terrible. Cool shot coming through the trees. I think I'm 4 times zoomed in on the drone, which gives a better little look. Palm tree height. See the size of it next to that dude. Luckily we had just enough room between all of our stuff. Swing set's in the way, trampoline's in the way, sailboat's in the way. That's alright. They figured it out. Plenty of room. I think this was January, I'm pretty sure. Maybe February. I can't remember. It's been 2 years now. Finally getting to this footage. Busy times. It's hard to sit down and edit a video. I'm trying to do better at that. I wanted to make one big video of everything with the concrete pour, the final product, but it would just be too long. I'm gonna split it up a little bit. You can skip through some of this if you want, if you're just wanting to see the process. Nothing crazy. They're just dragging a big old fiberglass hole into our backyard. Wish I knew some jokes. Got the boat sitting out there. The tide's out pretty far. That's normal for winter months. Our setbacks from the mean high water line is 50 feet. So the edge of this pool is going to be exactly 50 feet from that point, which you can kind of just go off a seawall and measure from that. It's pretty close. But it worked out great. It was funny, the first day I was there, they were going to put the pool in backwards. The guys who showed up for the well points had a different map, different plan, and this whole thing was going to be the opposite of what we wanted. Luckily, we made a couple phone calls and got it all straightened out. We centered it up on the house perfectly. They're rushing to get this in. I also wanted the footage just so I can see, everything that was in the ground, everything that kind of came out, the whole process, just to make sure everything was handled properly. I have seen some of these companies put rock down and gravel underneath these pools. I don't know if it really matters. Ours is pretty solid. There aren't any weak spots or areas that kind of give. Raising it up some more with that bucket. Getting ready to spin it. That's not how the pool's going to go in right there. That's how they wanted to put it in. But we wanted the walk-in area over by the stairs, of course. Or else we'd always be walking around the pool. Alright, saying lift it up a little bit. Photos in the way. Trees in the way. Everything's in the way. Our neighbor did the similar pool. That's how we got the idea for this pool. They did the 35-footer, and we decided, nah, the price is almost the same. Let's go with the 40. The thing you need to watch with these fiberglass pools is they do flex. You know, they are just fiberglass, so when they're going in, you want to make sure that the sides aren't pushed in, that they're not warped. Everything kind of goes in evenly. They did a good job on ours. And then some of the imperfections you can hide with coping, with the concrete, with other things. Grab that line. There you go. You can see him spinning now. I remember being on the porch. This was all going on. It was close. I mean, that guy's driving that thing blind basically right now. Probably can't see the corners, but he's just there. Here comes the spin. Slow process, but they don't want to break this thing. I think it's almost 40 grand just for that shell. So the last thing I want to do is buy me a new pool shell. They come solid and they drill the holes on site. There's no bottom drain, which is fine. I run the pool cleaning machine, the little automatic one, and it works great. Shot from above. The beach looks a lot better now. That was my first try at doing the beach down there. Everything looks different now. We'll get some shots soon, show you where we're at on the project. Getting all centered up to the house. We're almost done with this part. Really appreciate you watching. Hope this was cool. Something you don't see every day. They're setting, they're going to start pushing sand all and backfill real tight all around the sides after they drill into it. One more shot before we go. Like and subscribe. Let's go. Come on, people. Help me out. Comment with your page. I'll like and subscribe without even watching the video.